Hey family, what's up cousins? How are y'all this Saturday? I just ran in from outside. It's 7:43, so I beat the deadline. I told y'all earlier it'll be between what 6 and 8, something like that. It started pouring down. I was out there harvesting out of the garden, and y'all, my corn. I want to cry. My corn looks. I'm not gonna say horrible, but I'll show y'all in a video one day this week. One day this week, I'll show y'all. So, a lot's going on out here in the news. I want to say prayers out to the families of the people who were lost early this morning due to political violence. Y'all, it should not be that deep. It really should not be that deep. We should be able to agree to disagree and no one get hurt, injured, killed. No, none of that should happen. Nobody should be unaliving anybody because of beliefs. We all have a right to believe what we want to believe. Okay, it's enough things going on in the world. Let me tell you. Okay, so I don't even want to get into that story. I'm pretty sure some of y'all have already heard about the guy impersonating police officer early morning. Even had a vehicle that was um, looking like a police vehicle. He was dressed like he was police. Um, and he unalived two people, a senator and their spouse, and then went down maybe a few blocks or whatever neighborhoods away and tried to do the same thing to um, another couple, which happens to be in the political field as well. They survived, but they were in surgery. So y'all, it's not even, it should not even be that deep. And then I saw this morning before I left out that the veterans were storming the building. Well, they didn't storm the building. They just went and did like a sit-in, but still, the fact that they felt they needed to do a sit-in. And then they were arrested. So I don't know if they got out or not because I haven't looked at the news or anything like that. So what we are talking about in today's video is what's going on with this grocery store that has these empty shelves due to cyber attack. And that's another thing we need to think about is, it may not be, oh, the ships aren't coming in with enough speed to fill the shelves. It could be, just something crazy like a cyber attack with the distributor, an issue with the distributor that can keep the food from the shelves, which brings in food insecurity. And of course, the prices are going to make a lot of things food insecurity out here. Hold on for 1 second. It is storming. So if you hear loud noises, that's what you're hearing. It is going down. So yeah, we're going to cover, I literally have brain fog. We're going to cover the protests and we're going to cover this grocery store. So let's start with the grocery store first because this is a very short information that I want to give y'all. As you enter, please hit the like button. It does help support the channel and get it out to more people. More people know. More people who are like-minded, who want to know what exactly is happening out here. And I haven't even cooked yet. I decided to cook the spaghetti tonight and just do my tuna for next week. So shelves at some supermarkets were empty on Wednesday after a cyber attack at a distributor. Some grocery store employees said it's left them unable to order food going into the weekend. Now, y'all remember that happened over in Europe. That happened over in Europe as well last month. I don't even know if they fixed their situation. They didn't have food on the shelves due to a cyber attack. So this is definitely not an accident. So it happened with the distributor UNFI. The aisles of your local grocery store might look more sparse, they say, than usual going into the weekend and in next week. because they haven't said, I don't think, when they're going to have it back up. The reason involves food distribution company that few people have heard about, which I've never heard of them. They are called UNFI. They sent out a notice. Unauthorized activity was spotted on their IT system last week. The company said in a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission on Monday, UNFI shut down its network in response to that cyber attack. CEO Sandy Douglas said on the company earnings call on Tuesday. The result has snarled both its delivery system and stores' ability to place orders. Same thing that happened in Europe. I'm telling you, this is crazy. That's leaving some supermarkets, from national chains like Whole Foods to family run markets, out of stock on everything from milk to pasta. In a video sent to customers on Wednesday and viewed by Business Insider, Douglas said that UNFI was aiming to return to a state that resembles previous operational capacity by Sunday. So as of today, it's still down. Hopefully it'll be back up tomorrow. She says, we never want to be the reason that you're out of stock on certain items. This is what it's looking like. I have some videos on TikTok as well. So still at a Whole Foods store in Washington, D.C. Shelves that normally contain breakfast cereal, pasta, and snacks were mostly bare. There were also empty spaces in coolers and freezers where some frozen corn, ice cream, and milk should be. Here's the sign they had up. We are experiencing a temporary out of stock issue for some products. Not all, just some. At each empty spot, store shelves, you can see those signs there. I just read it to you. Similar signage was up on some cases containing juice, ice cream, and other cold items at a Whole Foods store in New York City as well. A Whole Foods spokesperson said the company is working to restock their shelves as quickly as possible. Grocery stores are scrambling. Smaller grocery stores are also facing empty shelves and finding new suppliers to solve their problem. Okay, so let's go over. Let me close this browser. Let's go over to TikTok and see what people are seeing when it comes to the Whole Foods.
Noticed that a lot of the shelves. I went to our Whole Foods today on Friday and noticed that a lot of the shelves were bare, and it didn't really make sense. It felt like the start of the pandemic when toilet paper and bottled water, you couldn't find them anywhere. As I walked down the aisles of the Whole Foods, I just noticed the shelves were bare. We didn't have a big storm coming up. That's often when a lot of people go nuts and start buying things that are weird, like pasta,
I know, right?
water. Then I started noticing all these signs saying, hey, we're having some problems keeping stuff stocked. Turns out they've been hacked. Or more notably, their supplier has been hacked. So they had to immediately shut things down, and that's caused a big issue. But supply chains are supply chains, and it takes a while for things to trickle through, especially when you have an abrupt stop like a hack. They say things will get back to normal, but it's unclear when it'll be 100%. Right now, if you go into a store, it's Friday, it's pretty bare on a lot of these shelves. At our Whole Foods, I'd probably say that you're looking at about 60 to 70% of the products on the shelves, and you'll have strips where it's just completely empty, like this one. And it's a little weird to see, honestly. It's only a matter of time before they get it back to normal. It's good to know that things are on the mend. But until then, if there are certain things that you need, just expect that if you go into a Whole Foods, they may not be on the shelves yet. There is for
I wish we had a Whole Foods. We don't have one here.
Continuation of the story I started out with.
So if you've been to Whole Foods recently, or even like your local independent grocery store this week, you probably were wondering why the shelves look like COVID just happened all over again. The reason is because UNFI, which is Whole Foods' major distributor, and they honestly
Whole Foods shelves may be
Can't music. But you get the gist. People are gonna be looking for stuff. Um, so let's go over to the protests. Hold on, let me pull something up. Oh, the parade was today. Did anybody watch that? Was it on TV? Did they show it on TV? I'm pretty sure they did, right? The King's Parade was today. I'm sorry, I mean the President's Parade was today. And people are protesting in almost every state. My daughter was like, I think they're protesting in Raleigh, North Carolina. I said, that's on the other side of North Carolina, and I am not going there at all. Okay. So let me go back over here. Wait, did I have a delete that? Got 20 browsers open. Okay, so they're live. At one point, I thought I was sharing. At one point, they had the officers on what you call on horses. So we're gonna go to AP. Let's see, where's the volume? Mhm. Okay. Hmm. Let me see if anybody else has. I need some other angles. Give me a second. I need some other angles. Um, CNBC. They live. Okay. Wait a minute. Thought I heard some pops going off. Some poppy pops. Share. Where you at? So they're calling these protests No King protests. I don't know how safe it is for that child to be out there. I'm just saying, because if people start running or if they start letting go tear gas or what rubber bullets like they did the other day and shot that man in the head with the rubber bullet, and this older black lady, she got shot in the head with one. I don't know how safe. I don't think I would have my child out there. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. So this is LA. Where is New York? Hold on. This Los Angeles too. Where are they? Hmm, what's happening? I had two screens opened up with the volume. I had to turn them off. The Marines are on the ground. I don't know where they are though. I haven't checked to see. Um, hold on for 1 second. Um, Let me see if I can find it on TikTok. I can't find it on YouTube. I want to see New York. Um, where's your Hold on. I gotta mute that. Let's see.
King's protest in Manhattan, New York, and you can already hear it in the background. It is huge. I'm looking at it right now. Let me flip the camera.
I can't do crowds, y'all. I can't. I'm claustrophobic just looking at this.
It is currently pouring rain in New York City. You can probably see it in my hair. That has certainly not deterred people. I mean, this is remarkable. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. And let me tell you, you're seeing similar things in cities across the United States. Any major city here in the United States, people are getting out and making their voices heard. America is saying to Donald Trump, enough is enough. We don't want a king in the United States. We don't want a dictatorship in the United States. We want a democracy, and Donald Trump is antithetical to that goal. But to everybody out there, please stay safe. It's going to be a great day. These protests are remarkable, just remarkable. Folks, I'm on my way to the No Kings protest in Manhattan, New York.
You will be placed under arrest on a charge of disorderly conduct.
Oh my
Protests
goodness.
erupted into chaos Wednesday night outside the federal immigration court in Soho. Officers and crowds clashing over barricades. About 24 protesters taken into custody for charges that include obstruction of government administration.
People say, oh, let them come in legally.
Okay.
Resist arrest. You may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have you will be placed under arrest on a charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate in accompanying the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest.
Tens of thousands of people here right now. We made our way over to East 41st and 5th Avenue. This group behind us is Brooklyn for Peace. I'm going to go talk to these guys over here. I know you guys just got here about 45 minutes ago. What's today's message?
Today's message is that we don't want an oligarchy in this country. We want a restoration of democracy. This is happening all around the country. 5 to 6 million people are banding together to say no to kings, no to oligarchy.
Okay. I want to see what the parade looked like. I want to see. Because when I'm done with this, I'm not getting on the news. I don't know what to call it. It's supposed to be celebrate the Army and their 250 years. I'm just gonna put a military parade. See what come up. Oh, they had parachuters too. Oh wow! Look at that. Ain't no way. Oh, they landed at the White House, the Capitol. Look at that, y'all. Crazy.
And there was a lot of talk, of course, about these tanks and beating up the DC roads. So what do you think?
Now, them DC roads is towed up anyway.
Are we going to be okay? This is just the beginning.
Well, Kara, this was a big concern when they first started talking about this because, of course, the city of DC said you can't roll a bunch of tanks across the city bridges, across the city streets. The Army pulled together a team of engineers and said, let's try to figure this out. I'm told that they now believe that the cost will be zero. They don't think it will cause any damage to the city streets. And that's because they've gotten brand new treads that they're putting on the tracks, that they're putting on all the wheels of these vehicles. The Army says it's going to create this kind of physical barrier between the wheels and the treads and the street. They're also putting steel plates down on the city streets where they think it could cause damage. For example, when a tank is turning, it has to turn really tight. The engineers looked at that and said, okay, let's put some steel plates down, and we believe that the cost of that will be zero. So we'll see what happens at the end of this. As we've mentioned, we still don't know a total cost of this parade. We only know that it costs about up to $45 million to bring all these troops and these vehicles into the city to do this parade. We still don't know the cost of security. We still don't know the cost for the National Park Service. So that is all to be determined.
And there was a lot of talk, of course, about these tanks and beating up the DC roads. So what do you think? Are we going to be okay? This is just the beginning.
Well, Kira, this was a big concern when they first started talking about this because, of course, the city of DC said you can't roll a bunch of tanks across the city bridges, across the city streets. The Army pulled together a team of engineers and said, let's try to figure this out. I'm told that they now believe that the cost will be.
We are here in Washington, D.C. with a military parade. This is the first time that there's been a military parade in D.C. since 1991 after the Gulf War to honor the veterans who were returning to the United States. As for security, Secret Service, DHS, TSA, they're all here working in conjunction with the Army. It's, even compared to other White House events, much more robust with the fencing up here. We are here in Washington.
These are the veterans that were arrested for doing a sit-in, but sit out.
Let's say stand up, military stand down. But I saw him suffer from post-traumatic stress. My son served in Iraq, and he asked me.
It's very low.
In my mother's house, we were taught the importance of God, family, and country. I continue to.
Is this the United States?
It's a parade? And it's $25 million?
Let them have it.
Parades with military equipment, heavy tanks, artillery, those things cause damage.
I think they definitely should do it more often.
That's a lot of money for a parade.
They spend a lot.
But maybe, Stephanie, we take it to you because, soon after graduating from graduate school.
The parade, and please, just don't go anywhere because we got a lot cooking.
We have big news right now. It looks as though Donald Trump's military parade is looking to be somewhat of a dud. He expected over 200,000 people to show up in Washington, D.C. There is nowhere near that much right now at the military parade. It actually has started.
They're always worrying about crowds. That's the wrong thing to worry about. Right at this moment, I don't think that's what I know. He likes crowds, yeah. But this was more of a show for other countries. Like, y'all better fall in line. This was a show for people who are going against him. Y'all better fall in line. So I think it's more of that than anything. Let's go back to see what's going on over here. This is Los Angeles. I'm not going back to New York. Oh. See what I'm saying? I couldn't have my child out there. Am I wrong? Like, why would you have your child out there? put myself down here so I can get a little bit bigger. Please hit that like button, you guys. We cleared that street. Hopefully that child wasn't out there. Let me go to the other one. Let's see. CNBC. Because the other one was the one we just left was AP. Different angle. Hopefully no media gets arrested. We need this footage. We need to see what's happening. Oh wow. I need some more of those little, see that piece right here? I need some more of those. Like I have the mask, but I don't have this part right here. I need to order some of those. Is there somebody in a wheelchair? Are they in a wheelchair? What am I looking at here? Right here. Yep. They're in a wheelchair. That's crazy. I don't know where the horses went unless they on a different street. Yes. We're just gonna keep flipping back and forth to these different ones. I need somebody else that's doing, because these are like the same doggone angle. Hold on. Let me pause that. Let me see if I can find someone else with a different street, a different news organization. Let me see. Did they even show the one in Raleigh? I wonder. Crowds. Well, that was 2 days ago. That was 1 day ago. They don't have any update ones on Raleigh. My poor corn is probably falling down again. Man, protests in Los Angeles live. Who is this? Oh, USA Today is out there. Let's go to them. I haven't had to water my garden though. That's for sure. That's a plus. I have not had to water that thing but once. Where's USA Today? I don't know if that's them. Is this US? No, that's the AP. Where's USA Today? Oh, commercial. There we go. So this is courtesy of USA Today. This is what is it? DC? Doesn't say down there, but right here it says DC. He's a lot of young folk. Let's go back to Los Angeles. They throwing it back. Hmm. Okay. Again, I say there's no. Oh, there are the horses. They about to move some people back. Hold on. Am I on widescreen? Yeah. Okay.
Horses are so pretty. Unless they're pushing you back in the crowd. Look at the top car trying to get through. Yeah. Mm, I'm trying to figure out.
I'm trying to figure out the game plan in all of this. Like, what is going to be the outcome? Where is this going? Who is the mouthpiece? the organization. Is it an organization? It's just a bunch of people. I mean, I know what the protest is about. It's not what I'm saying. Y'all hear that rain? I love the way it sounds. Let me click to the other one and see what they're showing. This is DC again. They still doing the same stuff. Probably cursing. I don't know what he's saying. Let's go back to where the horses were at. Oh, it's the same one, just a close up. Um, I gotta check something. Hold on. Let me put this. Why?
C. More action. With Elite FS. New display sizes. More sonar options.
So what I was trying to see is how many days Trump been in office. Trump has been in office since for 146 days. I just want to know where all this is going. This is giving me a headache. So I won't be showing this a lot, y'all. I won't. Um, unless things like escalate where I feel, I need to show it. I see they got tear gas over there. But I definitely won't be showing this every day. So, but it's interesting. It's just interesting. They're gonna clear their street in a minute. Yes. Go back to the other angle because I don't know that they must be running or something. Um, This is Los Angeles to the person who asked. Okay, had to come back up. I'm trying to see the chat. Oh, what happened? Hold on. Click the wrong thing. Hmm. Where is my camera? Thank y'all for coming in. Let's see what people are saying while this is playing out. He reloading, y'all. He reloading. Got those rubber bullets. And they throwing. Let me put some volume on that. I was about to look at the chat. Hold on. Hey, Squirrel Girl. Hey, Martin. Hey, PG. The attack I was talking about was where someone impersonated an officer and killed a senator and their spouse. And they went to the home of some more political people and shot the husband and wife. Didn't kill them. As he was leaving, the officers was coming up because it was like, okay, well, if someone did this to this senator, let's go down to the other senator house. And when they got there, he was actually leaving. He opened fire. He opened fired on them. I don't know if y'all can hear me. I probably need to mute it. He opened fired on them, on the officers. He managed to get away on foot, but they were towing his vehicle, which looked like a police vehicle, had the lights on it, had stickers on it and everything. He was dressed like a police officer, with body armor on and everything. That's what I'm saying. People are taking it way too far. Hey, Lori, how are you? Welcome in. Girl said people are going off. Yeah, they're going off the deep end. PG attack on grocery stores. Are you talking about Whole Foods? Yeah, the attack was on Whole Foods too. But which is the same thing that happened to the distributor in Europe as well last month, which caused them to have a lot of empty shelves as well. Hey, Shadow. Sense of experience of security working in the States and overseas. Mark, what you talking about truck drivers? What's going on with the truck drivers? Yeah, UNFI. I think it's United National Food, something like that. I'm not surprised. Cyber attacks Walmart in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Today was packed and some registered were not. Yeah, nothing surprised me. When I went to Walmart, it was like only maybe 3 or 4 self checkouts open. No, it's PG. It's not affecting all grocery stores. It's affecting Whole Foods and other small grocery stores that deal with whole food, healthier type foods that use that distributor. So right now they're trying to find a different distributor until that one comes back online, which that one says they should be back online tomorrow, but we'll see. I don't have a Whole Foods, so I can't go there to look. And I don't know, they might have, I'm pretty sure they have one in Charlotte, and I'm not driving an hour and something to get to Charlotte. Hey, Miss Ann Pickle, how are you? Yeah, I can believe that, Martin, that Walmart is having trouble. Hey, Willow, what's up? Thank you, Paris. Every little bit helps. Well, it looks like your area, Martin. No, you would think it would be getting better by now, but it's not. Let me see if I can get a different angle on these people here. Come on, mouse. It's a closer shot anyway. You can see what they're seeing. I'll go see what's going on in DC. If I can get this thing to act right. There we go. Had to click the button. This is DC. They look like they're getting. Yeah. And we're just one little area showing things, but now, like, more people coming out. Now they back to their F Trump. Were they having a protest in Chicago? I know. I think they said every. Hold on, let me see. Where is this? That's Los Angeles. I forgot to put live. I don't want to see that. No. No. I don't see any live. That's DC. Los Angeles. Where's the other one? Los Angeles. So that's CNBC. So they're standing right by each other because CNBC is giving me the same shot. I wish they'd go somewhere else so I can get a different angle. Because the AP is giving me the same shot. As they sharing feeds. Let's see. Well, they about to do something. They about to do something. Let me make it a little bit bigger. God dog it. Don't do that. Oh, okay. Let me take that off. Let me take this comment off. There we go. That's better angle. Hey, Linda. Whole Foods isn't what it used to be. Way too expensive. Yeah, they all are. Yeah, that's what I was reporting on, Matthew. It actually happened on Wednesday, they said. I'm just hearing about it. Hey, Carol. Whole Foods is a joke. Okay. I think I've only been to Whole Foods a handful of times when I did live in South Carolina. It was one right there on Fort Jackson Boulevard. They're diverting stock to bigger and more high market areas. Sorry, during COVID, small town Walmart would be empty. Walmart 10 minutes away in a bigger market was mostly, yeah. Mm-hmm. When they do stuff like that, though, with Walmart, they typically probably gonna close the other store down anyway. Hey, baby blue, how are you? I saw some of the parade on the video. Yeah, I just showed some of it earlier. It was weird. It's like, is this the United States? And I wonder how the rest of the world is viewing it. That's what I should have looked up to see how the rest of the world is viewing it. The protests and everything. Only 30 likes. Oh my gosh. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button. It is free 99. It helps to get the video out to more people. I'm trying to grow here. I'm losing subscribers. I would like to grow. I would like to go the opposite direction of what I'm doing right now. Thank you, Willow. I couldn't work for today at Lowe's. Home improvement, Fayetteville, North Carolina. What? Because of protests or something, Martin? They was on lockdown, and they on a curfew. Where you say? Fayetteville, North Carolina. Wow, that's crazy. That's insane. Let me see if I can get y'all different view. Close up. Let's go back to DC. Or is it Los Angeles? I don't even know anymore. Oh, okay, May contain. So this is Los Angeles Live. This is not DC. I'm reading it wrong. But it is a different angle. I'd hate to have to get to the hospital or somewhere. I mean, that's crazy. What are we doing here? Dispersal order.
And like they about to move in on them because it's more cops standing there now than it was before. They were kind of spaced out. And see if they bring the horses back in. Close up.
They're the ones with the weapons. They're the ones with the weapons.
This is insane. Let's see what they're saying. Did y'all think y'all would see this? Like when you brought the new year in, did you think it would get to this point, knowing where the tensions were because we knew we were getting a new president? But did you think it would get to this point, or do you think it's going to get worse? I feel like it's going to get worse. Like I said that last week, and then look what happened with the senators. But I still think it's something else is weird right now. I can't explain it. Squirrel Girl, I'm in Chicago, and it's been a long week for protesting. Yeah, it has. Cherokee Survival. Los Angeles, but they're protesting in, I don't know if they're still protesting at this very moment in New York, but they were, because I know New York has, in certain parts, they have a curfew now. And then they were protesting in Chicago, Philadelphia, Raleigh, all over the place. I feel like something major is like gonna happen um, to take the eye off of these protests and what's going on. That one sheriff in Broward County, Florida, was basically saying, "Oh, hope they know that it's Saturday, Sabbath day. It ain't Sabbath for them, Cherokee." I wonder if they'll be peaceful tomorrow on Father's Day. And happy Father's Day if you are a man up in here and you are a father. If you are a mother, single and holding it down like a father would be, happy Father's Day to you too. Martin says it came out today. Oh, okay. Most of these protests are being bussed in. I can see that. Yep. I definitely can see that, Martin. You don't think it's going to get better, Martin? Squirrel Girl says it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. So brace yourself. Yeah, I agree. But what are we bracing for? That's the thing. What are we bracing for? Hey, pre-retirement, how are you today? Hope you had a good Saturday. Yeah, Squirrely Girl. That's why I said I ain't gonna do a lot of. I'm not gonna show a lot of this. If it continues on, maybe once a week. Or if I do, it'll be on my other channel. I don't want it over here. Hey, sister, Squirrely Girl. Oh, I'm reading someone else's stuff. Erica Davis is in the house. Welcome in, y'all. Please hit that like button. I don't know where we are on likes. Last time somebody said we were at 30 likes and had 80 people in here. Now we have 150 people in here. So please hit that like button so this video can get out to more people. I hope everybody's preparing though, because I don't know what's going to happen, but it just feels ominous. It just, something's going to happen. Talking says, I live in LA, adjacent, and there are two groups of people around me. One's that are super fired up. The other is, I'm not sure. Yeah. It can all be kind of confusing, honestly. It's like some people want to say stuff and then you don't want to say anything because you don't know how other people are going to take it. And you have families falling out. Like, I try not to talk politics with family. I try not to talk politics, period. I just want to show y'all what's happening. That's it. Okay, it's getting dark. Do they have a curfew yet in Los Angeles? Does anybody know? Let me see. Let me look it up. Well, I look dark in some area and light in the other one. Here we go with the horses again. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. Does it look like, I'm surprised they have not put a curfew in. Does Los Angeles have a curfew yet due to protests? Let's see what they say. No, I don't want the definition. I want to know. Is there a curfew in Los Angeles due to the protest? Okay, so ChatGPT says as of June 15th, 2025, Los Angeles has lifted the curfew imposed during the recent protests. The city has returned to normal operations with no active curfew in place. Now I've got to look somewhere else and see if that's true. Because that's crazy. What's today's date? 14. And I'm seeing here city officials. Hold on. What are they doing? What are they doing? Close up. I have volume somewhere. I'm trying to figure out where that volume is. Is it here? Okay, let me take that one off. Obviously, it's a different area than the other area. So, okay, so like, there's the. Okay, I was trying to see why am I seeing and hearing that. Do y'all see the rubber bullets all over the ground where she's standing? She's getting hit. They're getting hit. That's crazy. Let me see if I can get a close up. This is crazy. I had to switch my angle. Well, they're not leaving. They're trying to back them out, but they're not leaving. I want them to zoom back in on the ground where they're standing. So they out past their curfew. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this up for y'all to see, but they say they do have a curfew. I don't know what ChatGPT is talking about. City officials issue curfew guidance for downtown LA ahead of the weekend. City officials have issued updated curfew guidance for downtown Los Angeles amid scheduled protests and events this weekend. The curfew is in effect 8 p.m. to 6 a.m., applies to the downtown Los Angeles area, bounded by the 510 and 110 freeways, because y'all know they take over the freeway. Hold on. What happened to it? Officials have declared no.
Officials have clarified who is exempt from the order and what documentation individuals should carry if stopped by law enforcement. So you got to have documentation to be out, probably like a work thing or something. I don't know. Let's see. What's the exemptions and documentations that you got to have? The following groups are exempt from the curfew. Yeah, all these rubber bullets right here. That's crazy. And they still out there. So who's exempt? Hold on. Hold on. Jeez Louise. Sorry, I was talking to my husband. Um, uh, where was I? Okay, the curfew exemption and documentation that you will need to be on the streets of Los Angeles after 8 p.m. because the curfew is from 8 p.m. to 6. Yet, what time is it? Let's see, it's 8:59. Oh, they got time. They got time. I'm on the East Coast. They got time. Let's see. The following groups are exempt from curfew. So, residents living within the curfew zone are exempt because I guess you have to be out there. But individuals traveling to and from work in the area are exempt. Public safety and emergency personnel, of course, are exempt. Medical patients are exempt. Utility and construction workers, credentialed journalists are exempt. Individuals experiencing homelessness and shelter issues are exempt in that zone. Uh, Event attendees should carry proof of attendance, such as game tickets, and leave the curfew zone promptly after the event concludes. For transit and travel, Metro will continue normal service unless disruptions are deemed necessary for public safety. Ride share and food delivery services are permitted to operate. About to cuss. I'd be doggone if I would be out there delivering something right now. You crazy. But drivers should be prepared to show pickup and drop off proof via your app. The Dodger Stadium Express will continue to run for this weekend game. The curfew is in effect from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. and will remain in place until further notice. And that's according to the mayor's office. And this is in Los Angeles that I am speaking of, what you are watching now. Let's see another angle here. Moving forward. Oh, shoot. Man down. I'm seeing this. Make sure y'all see it. Okay, so New York has had curfews in the past, primarily for juveniles and recent. Do they have some now? This AI thing is so stupid. All right, what happened to the cameraman? I wonder if they get
Do they get hazard pay for being out here? I told y'all they was going to be moving.
Peaceful protest! Peaceful protest! Peaceful protest! Peaceful protest! Peaceful protest!
Mm-mm-mm. So would y'all call this civil unrest? Do you think they would try to do martial law with this? Just a question. Let's see what y'all saying in the comments. Florida Sheriff. Hey, Lori, how are you? $37 trillion in a hole. And we can't take care of America. I know. That could be used for insurance. Insurance is so expensive. Oh my gosh. It is, Martin. It's like, it's surreal. Like, is this really happening right now? And how long is this going to continue is the thing. How long is this going to be the full 4 years of Trump in office that everybody's going to be, well, the majority of people are going to be protesting? It's like it gets uglier and uglier every week. Oh my God. Okay. So, hold on. I'm going to go to no. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to pull something up. It's on a commercial. I'm trying to let the commercial play out or skip it or something, but it won't skip. Come on. Okay, let's stop here because I didn't have an update to what that shooting that did happen. So let's cover that while we're on here. And then we'll go back to the protest before we get out of here. Come on, share. Don't be like that. So Minnesota State Representative and her husband were shot and killed, and a state senator and his wife were shot and wounded in an act of targeted political violence at their homes early Saturday in Minnesota, according to Governor Tim Walz. Now, they got this man's hit list, and Governor Walz was on that list, y'all. A manhunt is now underway for the gunman who authorities said was impersonating a police officer. Authorities said they've identified 57-year-old Vance Luther Bolter as a suspect. I'm guessing that this is him in this undated photo posted on Facebook page. This is him right here. That's a mass murder. 2 or more is a mass murder. It's considered mass murder. And they haven't found this man. And they was right there. He was firing on them, and they was firing on him. And some kind of way, he got away. State Representative Melissa Hortman, a Democrat, and her husband, Mark, were shot and killed in what appears to be a politically motivated assassination. Not attempt, assassination. Day before Father's Day. I feel for their family because I'm sure they probably have kids. Hortman, formerly the Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives, was a formidable public servant. The governor said of his friend, she is irreplaceable. This is her and her spouse. State Senator John Hoffman, a Democrat, and his wife, Yvette, were both shot multiple times and underwent surgery. Walt says, we're cautiously optimistic that they will survive their assassination attempt. The 2 shooting locations are a few miles away from each other in Champlin and Brooklyn Park, just north of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Hoffman and his wife were shot at their house in Champlin around 2 a.m. Superintendent of the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, Drew Evans, said authorities believe that when the shooter opened fire, he was wearing a latex mask that looked realistic. After Hoffman was shot, officers were headed to proactively check on Hortman when they encountered the suspect at Hortman's Brooklyn Park home around 3:35. So they went to check on the other people after the first shooting, because it was like, well, let me go check on them. And sure enough, he was right there.
The officers found a person who was dressed as a police officer wearing a vest and a badge and with a taser and other equipment at the door coming out of Hortman's house. I heard that there were shots all in that door, like up to 9 shots seemed like were in that door. The suspect fired at the officers. Gunfire was exchanged, and the suspect was able to escape and flee on foot. So they have a manhunt out for him. The suspect vehicle, which looked like a police vehicle, including police lights, was in Hortman's driveway. Okay, so I'm going to read the rest of that. Let's go to the press conference and see if there's an update. I'm not going to play it all.
We're going to again give some updates, and we will be available to answer some questions once all the speakers have had that opportunity to say a few words. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Superintendent Drew Evans of the BCA.
Thanks, Commissioner. And today we are asking for the public's help at this point in time in locating Vance Luther Bolter, who is a 57-year-old white male who's 6 feet 1 inches tall, 220 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. I know this name has been reported in the media so far, and we are confirming he's a person of interest that we are looking to locate in relation to this. At this time, we would ask the public, if you do locate him or see him, to call 911. Do not approach him. You should consider him armed and dangerous, and you should call 911 immediately with the information. He was seen last this morning wearing light-colored cowboy hat that you can see up here in the clothing there, with dark-colored long-sleeve collared shirt or coat, light pants, and carrying a dark bag. If you have any tips about the whereabouts or any information that would be helpful, you can call local police department, or you can call our BCA tip line at 877-996-6222, or email us at bca.tips@state.mn.u.
Let's go back to where he is so I can see it up close. There we go, right there.
You can call local police department, or you can call our BCA tip line at 877-996-6222 at any point in time. So please connect with us even.
So hi, my name is Hollis Winston, Mayor of the City of Brooklyn Park. First, I want to extend my prayers to the Hoffman family, but also to the Hortman family as well. There will come a time down the road for healing within us as a community, but right now I think what's required is a calming words and rhetoric. I want folks to make sure they listen to the facts from credible sources like law enforcement, but also to resist spreading misinformation. And then again, asking folks to listen to law enforcement in general when law enforcement has those specific asks. In Brooklyn Park and Champlin and our surrounding communities, in fact, the state, we're very much family. The Hoffman and Hortman families are very much our family. And so our prayers continuously go out to them. And it's very much a time for us to come together as a community and as a family. And I think people need to see it that way. I want to thank law enforcement, Governor Waltz, Commissioner Jacobson, Sheriff Witt, FBI, various counties, local law enforcement going through now as a community. Again, please look and listen for valid information and share that. There will be a time to come together, and I think specifically for the city of Brooklyn Park and within our area, there'll be a time where we come together and we work through what we're going through now as a community. But I want to say this. This individual did this to instill fear into our community, but they also wanted to create a distinct and singular point of view. When I listed all of that law enforcement coming together, that was really us as a state, as a community, from all different walks of life coming together to work on what's happening. And I received calls from folks across the state, from all different ethnicities and communities as well, with an outpouring of support. So I want people to understand that as a city, but as a state, as a community, we're very much going to come together. We're going to see this through.
And
Let's go back. Let's get an update right here. Here we go.
Brian Sabis, Mayor of Champlin. And on behalf of the city of Champlin, our police department, and our city council, I want to extend a heartfelt thoughts and prayers to Senator John Hoffman and Representative Melissa Hortman and their families. We are deeply saddened by the senseless act of violence, and our hearts are with all those that have been affected. Our police department is working close partnership with state, local, and federal agencies to pursue this active investigation. We are incredibly grateful for their swift and responsible professional response and for the collaboration of commitment of everyone one another. This is how we move forward together. And again, thank you all for being here, our communities, and we really wish the families all the best.
I'm trying to see how the other ones are doing.
Introduce yourself, your immediate organization with whom you're with, and if you have a question for a specific individual, call that out. Thank you.
Fox 9, do you have an update on Senator Hoffman's condition?
The question was, do we have an update on Senator Hoffman's condition? We don't at this time. The last information we had is that he was out of surgery and was in stable condition at that time, but that certainly experienced significant injuries. So we'll have to continue to monitor that.
So that's what's happening out here, y'all. That's what's happening out here. Let's go over here. See where we at, because I'm about to get off. I got to come on. I like they done calm down a little bit. I ain't doing nothing. Okay, y'all. So thank y'all for coming in. I'm sorry I couldn't get to everybody, but I need to really go and check on my husband. So I kept going in and out with the video of myself because he's not feeling well and he's not here. So I'm nervous about that. But thank you again. If you haven't hit that like button, definitely hit that like button because it does help the channel get out to more people. And if you want to see more of these videos, let me know in the comments when this video is done. And I may have to do it over on my other channel, which is Tommy Bites TV 2 Table Talk. Yeah, Martin, we are all we're Americans. We're at the end of the day, at the least, we are human. And nothing should be that nothing should affect you to the point where you want to take somebody's life. It just shouldn't. Really, Roxy? Well, everybody, y'all stay safe. Thank y'all for coming in. I appreciate each of you for sure. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Help me get to 120,000 subscribers. God willing, I'll get there eventually. But I love you, but God loves you more. He created only you. Be the very best you that you can be when you are. Go out and spread God's love. Peace, love, and light. Thanks for being here on Tommy Bites TV Homestead.